CoronaCast 3 with Luis and Bryan. Thank you guys for coming over.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Appreciate it. We're on the Instagram Lives if y'all want to hop on there and chime in with anything you'd like to hear or for us to touch on. So, Chef Bryan from the Hideaway, and you're telling me what's going on over there right now.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
it's going to be a little somber, just a heads up, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, we had to, we tried. I mean, when the notice came down that we had to go only to-go orders, we tried to make the best of it and do that, and we even offered delivery too. But we made these flyers literally in the same day, and I was running them out to the hotel. Still, the Hideaway is located on South 35 Frontage Road, right by the Marriott, the Ramada, all the other hotels.
Right.
So the goal was, if these guys can't get food anywhere, they should get it from us. So that was the whole idea. So I run to the Marriott next door with all these flyers that pick up and delivery, and dropped them off there. The front desk was super happy. Then I went to the Marriott Spring Hill next door, and the lady told me that all the Marriott properties except the one I was just at on that strip laid off all their employees. Yeah. And the ones at the Marriott South that I was at laid off 70%.
Catastrophic.
So, I mean, that just was the nail in the coffin for basically our restaurant. So,
yeah.
I had already at that point laid off 65% of...
Turn that down, please. That's all. It will still go on. Sorry. Okay. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, good.
This the perks of doing it live is we can just interrupt 100%. Each other.
Yeah.
No, but you laid off...
65% of my staff already.
At that point. Before the to-go was even implemented.
Yeah, well, we were getting ready for the to-go.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was just the nail in the coffin. So 25 conversations with all the staff that it'll be there for them when they come back.
And you were telling me what'd you guys do with all your product?
So I mean, basically the whole idea is it's time to preserve everything we possibly can. I mean, we gave a lot. I mean, we bought a pallet of bottled water to give to staff. I bought 2 cases of toilet paper to give to staff, just because I mean that's basic. But with all the produce, you can't freeze produce. You can freeze soups. So we started making soups, marinara sauces, a bunch of sauces, so we could not waste anything. So when we come back, we'll be ready.
Yeah. How long have you been at the Hideaway?
About 2 years.
Thank you. So, gentlemen, let's look two better days.
Two better days
for sure.
So yeah, I mean,
how many years?
2 years.
2 years.
So this was
that's been your baby.
Yeah. This was everything. This was it. So
yeah,
and that's a thing. I mean, the first year I took less than 6 days off. It was just building, figuring it out, and doing it. So
it's fucking horrible, man.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. And
literally, we just got to this point where, I mean, January we were 20% above last year. February we were 24% above last year. And I mean, we were just queued up to do it and humming. We were humming. It was great. And then this just smacked us.
Yeah. And I think that's that's how everybody feels, right? I mean, this came out of nowhere. Mm. Hold on. What am I hearing? Do you guys hear something? Where is that coming from? Hello?
Hey.
All right. Maybe I'm just crazy.
I did hear that voice.
Something?
I
heard a voice too. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I don't know. Someone's here.
Ooh.
Mr. Corona. I don't know. Somewhere. Okay. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry you're going through that personally. And you said you got the kids at home, 6 and 8?
6 and 8, yeah.
That's, man, I can't imagine. Wow. You hearing that now?
I do. Yeah.
It's a mystery.
I know.
It's tripping me out.
Is it a delay? It sounds like a delay.
Cheers, Miss Kristen. I don't know. It's definitely fun. Something funky going on with all these devices.
I'll log off on that one.
No, you don't need to.
So, yeah, I mean, telling my kids that the restaurant was closed really sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, because they love that place. And, I mean, how else do you do it?
Yeah, that's been y'all's home for
ever.
Couple years
Yeah,
now.
a couple years.
So, the kids have been coming to visit Dad every weekend.
They've been getting into the cooking. They like it.
No, I mean they'll like wipe down the tables and stuff, and they'll do that. But
That's awesome.
Yeah,
yeah, that's going to be rough. And they're out of school right now.
of course, yeah.
And then it's been. Are they all
They're in spring break. Well, now they're not in spring break.
extended
So
spring break?
yeah.
Okay. And you've got kids.
Same, yeah.
Why don't we touch on what you've been up to? You're at the Hideaway, and sorry, we've got all this going on, but it's extremely crappy. But we're here to maybe celebrate a little for the future.
Absolutely.
What are you doing?
I've been currently I've been helping Cisco's as well. In the meantime, waiting for Sparebirdie to open in 2021. So the past week has been pretty rough.
Yeah.
Getting some of these tenured people that have been with Cisco's for over 25 years.
Yeah, it's one of those places. Yeah.
It has so much history in Austin. It's been around for 70 years this year. So
70 years.
70 years.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Is that one of the longest running restaurants besides like Matt's El Rancho?
Matt's was after Cisco's. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So this has been pretty tough, telling staff, and
Did you guys try to do the to-go?
we're still doing it. We're open. I was just there.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just there checking up on people and making sure they were good.
You were supposed to be here yesterday.
Yeah.
And you sent me a picture like a half hour before we're supposed to come in. You were like, not going to make it because
Someone had the bright idea of maybe having a good shelter for the evening of smashing a rock into our window.
right.
And that was while there was police officers picking up their orders there, threw a rock through the window, smashed the place up, and got arrested immediately. So
Well, thank God they got arrested. I mean, the audacity.
Yeah.
Why? Was there a reason?
no reason. I'm just
Well, you think he saw the cops in there and was like, "I'm hungry."
guaranteed somewhere to sleep at night.
That's crazy.
Right.
So you guys got it fixed up, though.
Yeah, they're fixing it at the moment.
Can you paint a picture for anybody who's kind of doing the quarantine? Because that's what I'm doing, but I've allowed y'all in here.
Yeah.
You brought whiskey, though, so
Oh, we did.
completely acceptable. But paint the picture. You were telling me a little bit about how 6th Street looks right now.
It is boarded up. Everything. Everything's boarded.
That
at
was
the moment.
shocking for me to hear.
Yeah.
Boarded, literally. End of days.
End of days.
End of
Boarded.
day.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Easy Tiger, and starting from there, you just keep going down.
So,
Sixth Street.
and when we're saying boarded up, there's wood.
wood,
There's-
board. I mean, everything. Just yeah.
It's it was one of the first things I thought about doing in my own home.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm pretty vulnerable. I could board this thing up, and and that is crazy, right?
Yeah.
So
It's dangerous.
what's the anticipation for you opening back up in the Hideaway? I mean, what like best case scenario? What would you see?
I mean,
This blows over. Well,
Yeah,
I hate using words like blows over because it's a big deal.
it is. I
When
mean,
this passes.
I think we'll open up stronger. I really do. I mean, we have time to plan now. We have time to do everything that we said we didn't have time to do before.
Yeah.
I have time to redo my catering menu. I have time to redo all the other things that are going to be good for that. It's just keeping.
So you're going to treat this as a productive opportunity.
100%. Yeah. No.
Are you close with most of the staff? Are you going to stay?
Yeah,
stay
I'm
in
very
contact?
close. Yeah, I'm gonna. And we kept our scheduling platform open so we can communicate if anyone needs anything. If
Are you
anyone
using like
needs
the
that.
hot schedules?
I
or
use
something?
7 shifts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like that day, right? That there's a shift available. That'll be fucking beautiful.
That'll be beautiful.
right. It'll be so
Everyone's looking forward to those.
right. It's like a big cloud over every, and it literally is. The weather has chosen to be cloudy,
Right.
And it's like usually never cloudy, and it's like, yeah, well, Corona. This
is the
make it
time.
all grim and dark for y'all.
Yeah.
But I mean, as soon as that happens, it'll be like a ray of sunshine. So, and hopefully sooner than later, right?
Yeah. We'll see.
Definitely. So, what have you guys? I mean, who have you guys been talking to? Tell us a little bit about Bolden Akers. I mean, I know that nobody can go over there. I'll tell you real quick. Let me put this out there for anybody who was before we get into that. Like filing for unemployment. Obviously, you can do that, but I don't know how much success you'll get because everybody's trying to do it. And you can get on Children of Restaurant Employees. It's coregives.org. Apply for assistance there. Southern Smoke, right?
Yeah.
A lot of
That's
folks have heard
out
of this.
Houston.
Yep. Utilize that if you need some help. Bartender's Emergency Assistant Program is another option for our bartenders. and we need you. And USBG, this one was just turned on to me yesterday by Q.
I saw that one.
Yeah. So, and these are all linked in the description of the podcast after it's not on Instagram. And then what is this one? Oh, Rally for Restaurants. Yeah, Rally for Restaurants. I guess apparently get on there, and there's, and then we'll keep In the Weeds open in case anybody gets crazy and we get to talk about what they're saying. Right.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on a lot of these things? With obviously we see it from an angle of restaurants and operators, and we get it from a lot of people. But I've been seeing some negativity from non-local chefs that I've been following around the country. And
can you tell me what negative? Because Nathan was saying this the other day, and I'll be honest that I might have dodged seeing some of that.
Right.
But I mean, to answer your question about my thoughts, I mean, I think it's like similar. I only associate with you people,
right.
And everybody I saw kind of, everything came to a halt, and of course, it affected me directly, but just, empathizing with everybody was a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
And I actually had to take a day or two to kind of like let it digest, which I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to like crank out podcasts and be positive and send out a good message. And I was like, oh, no. I don't have a good message right now.
No, if we would have been here on Thursday when we were scheduled to be here, we would have both been in a not good place.
Yeah. Well, that's why I canceled
it.
it. I was like kicking a can around and I couldn't even control it. And sometimes you got to let it run its course, and then eventually. I mean, I told you this, but I was kind of like, this is exactly what I need. I need you guys in here. We need to talk. We need to do this instead of putting it off. But yeah, needed a day or two. But my actual thoughts are, as hard as it is to accept, I'm waiting for a shelter in place just so everybody has at least a little direction, and that we let this run whatever course it's going to run, whatever that's going to be. And then we get back to living life, because what is 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks out of the 100 years we all hopefully get, or
right
for the length of humanity? Like, people will look back at this. What's 6 weeks? Yeah, it's going to be bad.
Well, we hope it's 6 weeks.
I know.
That's
well,
like
and then,
best case scenario, but
that's why I need these ladies here. I was telling you, they're super positive.
Yeah.
And every time I go down this hole of negative thoughts, because it's really easy to do that, well, they're the giggle girls, and they can bring us out. They'll be on the podcast eventually. But I mean, you and I, we're all going to sit here and start, oh, fuck this, kick the can.
No, but that's the thing, though. Shelter in place is good for, who works from home? The average person that works from home makes $60,000 to $120,000 a year themselves, and they're have lucky. The ability to work from home
and support our local businesses.
And that's the thing. But who doesn't work from home? That's the people that make below 50.
Yeah,
and they're the workers. They're the guys that have to be there to do something, and now they can't. Yeah, exactly. So if you have nowhere to go clock into, what do you do? What's
and
that?
that's been the tough part. The past couple of weeks is just giving those people this news is tough, because you can only send so many people to Texas Workforce Commission and all that, and tell them that there'll be a you don't want to lie to them, you just have to be honest and be frank, and
we don't even know what the truth
don't know.
is. Yeah,
we don't know.
And what you were saying, like, what do they do? What what do you do? Because even if I wanted to work at home right now, I can't work from home. I have to go out. I have to be out there, like everybody in the kitchen. Like, you can't just like say, okay, well, there's no online mise en place. You know what I mean? If there were, things would be very different. Right. And then I think a lot of people are dealing with this, and I see a lot of positivity around this. The people coming together about what they're doing at home. Maybe they're messing around with their family, coping with Corona. Whatever it is, just trying to like spread a better message. What was the negative stuff that you were seeing? Did I cut you off there?
Yeah, no, what I started reading, like even yesterday and today, and some chefs that were just like, don't let these GoFundMe pages fool you. You know what I mean? What if some restaurateurs are actually just making sure that people know where that money's going to.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
if it's
yeah,
really going to be supporting the staff that's inside the restaurants, or is it going to be just going straight into the owner's pocket that's creating?
It's sad we have
right?
to think like that, but you definitely need to consider
Yeah, you
that.
have
And those are people and that are talking about it across the nation. Like, it's not just Austin. It's you know,
Yeah.
Chicago. It's New York. It's California. There's a bunch of shit going on.
Yeah.
And I can cuss on here, right?
Of course.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we just click explicit and then we're good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a button for that.
There's a button.
There's
for
a
that,
button.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's true. That's something to be wary of. I would definitely be wary of that. I think in Austin, anybody who's posted anything like that on here, like we're close enough here as a culinary community that
Yeah.
I know some people aren't full of shit.
Well, I know Lenore has a GoFundMe for their staff, and Todd and Jess are amazing, and I know that they're going to do the right thing with that money. So, I mean, but I can also see how some people wouldn't. So, I mean, you just got to be careful, and you just got to know your people.
Especially because you think you know people, and then you throw them in the fire like we're all in right now, and you know some people aren't exactly who you thought they were.
Oh no, 100%. Well, I mean, Todd was my chef at the Four Seasons at, during 2008.
that's
So I mean, I
different
know
kind of
that guy.
camaraderie,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know that guy is on the level though.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
GoFundMe page I would put money behind.
Sure.
But I'm not putting money behind anything right now.
No, and
so
that's the
Because we're all so.
because we're all
we're all in the same boat.
And I don't know how I know our audience is all over the place, but mostly industry folks. But if you do make money and you work from home and this isn't interrupting your income, the guys who are still doing to go get their
support.
food.
Yeah.
Support them
Yeah.
as much as you can, right? I mean, like you should. I mean, you should definitely quarantine yourself, but I mean, get
Well,
out
and
there.
then
if
there's
you can
Uber
do
Eats,
that.
there's DoorDash, there's all those things too.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
and then now it's like they literally leave it at your door and go away.
Yeah.
So like you don't have to talk to any of those guys. I got my oil changed yesterday at Jiffy Lube right down the street.
Yeah.
And
This one?
or this
On
one
Main
right
Street?
here. Yep. And they literally were like, okay, don't get out of your car. We'll guide you in. I slid. Yeah. I mean, I was in the car the entire time, and it was just they changed their system,
Yeah.
and that's just how it goes.
We were
how it's
discussing
gonna
that
be.
for.
Yeah.
Which is it's a little silly, but we were discussing that for the knife sharpening. Having them set them on put them in a box and out. And
Put them outside.
to me, at this point, in all honesty, it's a luxury. The people who are still actually preparing food might need a sharp knife, but I'm willing to get online and do a live sharpening. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
lesson or tutorial.
Yeah, sharpen-
definitely.
and not only I'd come out on the other side of this, and everyone would know how to sharpen their knife, and I'd go out of business. Be like, well, I guess we'll do something else. We'll keep selling knives.
Yeah.
But do a little tutorial or something like that. It might be fun because people are doing stuff like that. That's another positive
Yeah,
thing.
tons.
They're getting on doing the live DJs,
I mean,
yoga.
there's
all of it.
a chef Armand.
Yeah.
I mean, he's on Instagram every day
At home,
cooking,
yeah.
cooking at home.
Yeah,
because
that's
like
cool,
he's got
right?
nothing else to do. It's
Yeah.
just it's great to see. But yeah,
He's showing you how to utilize all the stuff that you might be throwing away or things that you're like, hey, at home that you've had in dry storage, and all of a sudden now you're like making soups and things for your kids and whatnot. So
I think there are some folks when they got the news, had to take a moment to digest it, and you guys did the same thing. Some guys when they get hit with something like that, it's not easy to get out of it. But I think it might be a good time to acknowledge that, like, if you're still kicking the can around and like depressed by this, that like you gotta, I don't know, look out at some of these things. Get on Instagram because like these guys are having fun, cooking things. Or my suggestion is like definitely exercise, get your blood flowing.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's-
get the endorphins going. Get
the
all that.
endorphins.
And I mean, which is rough because I mean, me and this guy would go work out before this happened every single day.
every
Yeah.
morning.
And I asked him today because I haven't seen him because we used to see each other every day too.
Yeah.
So I saw him and I was like, hey, when's the last time you worked out? And he just, nope. And me too. I'm like, no. And
Sure.
I mean, because the stress. Like
Yeah.
I mean, 2 nights ago I didn't sleep.
Yeah.
Didn't sleep.
I think so. And we're not like, I was talking to my brother in New Orleans. He's a musician, and he was saying the same thing. Like he's like, it's just a weird, eerie time. There's like a lingering virus in the air. Actually, it's like, and I'm not sleeping well either. Or I wake up and I just feel like, what? It's so hard to die. It's what were we saying? Black Mirror. It's like a Black Mirror
episode.
Or like,
yeah.
For like an
100%,
old timer Twilight Zone. Or what else were? It's just like I would say if it was like a flesh-eating virus, this would just be a plot for a movie.
Yeah,
shut down the world. I mean, we've never ever seen anything like this in modern time. And you would think, oh, Spanish flu, all of those dirty fuckers, they didn't know what they were doing. And here we are.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and nobody should point fingers at where it came from. No. I've seen that shit.
All over the fucking news. Yeah.
Well, that
pointing fingers. Yeah.
That's the stuff. I did see that, and that made me like literally like nauseous. Seeing someone like, here, I can actually blow this up. Let's take let's get, you guys want to go in the weeds? There we go.
Yeah,
Speak of the
that's
devil.
awesome.
Casey's posting. I saw this go up here. There's a morning yoga.
Yeah. Well,
So
no, I
she's-
mean, Black Swan is also doing all their yoga online for free.
Oh, killer.
And like my buddy JJ Pepper just was on there doing yoga.
Yeah.
So, I mean, every day.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So there we go. You guys want to join in here? No, I'm joking.
Not right now.
Yeah.
I'd rather finish this bourbon.
Yeah, definitely. Michael Ward's. Oh, he's asking, for those of you guys who are still open, how many of you have been approached by leadership asking you to socially distance and not leave your home except to go to work? Interesting. We haven't had a lot of comments on there. But just social distance. I mean, we haven't been ordered to quarantine, but I think if you can.
Well, everyone is like self-quarantining themselves. Like, you know, I mean, like, so, the first thing that affected my restaurant was, this guy's hilarious. The first thing that affected my restaurant was I do a Fuda lunch service for a company.
Okay.
And they made all their people work from home.
Yeah.
And it was like, so I lost that business. And then once I lost that business, everything else followed. Yeah.
And it's crazy how quickly it happened. It really is. I'll never forget. I was having a conversation. I repeat myself sometimes, but because I've already said this, but I'll tell you guys. I was at Royal Fig, and we were talking about, well, they had all gone home early, so I was just rescheduling it from Wednesday to the following Wednesday. And in between that time, like the whole world, like
stopped.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, in the span of 1 week.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like 2 years of hard fucking work stopped in 1 week.
And how long did you want to fucking open that restaurant for?
I know. No, it was terrible. It was terrible.
But I really think that if there's anything that's going to happen from all of this nonsense, when we do these podcasts, I try and go through this, and like, there's never anything. And then when I'm not on the podcast, I'm like,
There's
oh, that's
stuff
perfect.
all over the place.
Right.
Yeah,
like,
no.
that's
But the whole thing is, we're going to come back stronger. I really do believe that.
Yes.
And so I went through the 2001 recession and the 2008, and I know this is not a recession. I believe it will turn into one.
Yes.
But
for sure, man.
It's a pandemic, because during the recession, everybody would come and they'd want a drink and they'd want a burger and they'd want to feel good, comfort food. But now they can't come. So
That's fun.
that is awesome. Yeah. I saw that I think yesterday or the day before. But yeah. So I mean, but after you're done with a recession and you go back to work, you're smarter because you went through it.
Yeah.
So you schedule better, you schedule leaner, you schedule,
I mean, it's in a sick way, because like nobody wants this, but like it is a blessing in disguise to pull us all together, realize how vulnerable we are as people, and when we come back, we'll have a different perspective, and yet stronger. I think everything will be. I mean, we're all going to remember this forever. Maybe our kids won't. You know, maybe they will. I bet they will.
I think some of our. I mean, my girl's 10 now, and she knows what I've been through the past week. I've talked to her about it, and when I came home,
What'd
and
she say to you?
She was
What
just
did the
like,
kids
she was
say?
like, "How many people did you fire today, Papa?" And I was like, "There's not like I can't tell you that." You know what I mean? Like it's just because my wife knows what I'm going through, and like my wife makes a message to my daughter, and it just turns into this negative thing that I'm trying to keep her positive. You know what I mean? Because she's 10 and she will remember this. She will know the time when I had to be at work to let a lot of people know what the situation was, and I come home and talk to my wife and try to do it in private, but it's just not. Even my wife got laid off the day I had to let a bunch of people know that this was going to happen. So
What I want to say this real quick, and then I want to ask you about your kids. So I believe this is still happening, social distancing or not. 10 a.m. on Thursday at Commodore, 501 Colorado Street. Commodore, they do. So this is every Thursday.
They
yoga.
streamed it. They streamed it last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So,
no, and it was really cool.
and also the Commodore Run Club. I don't know if they're still doing that.
They are.
believe they
think,
are.
Yeah,
So
I saw
it's
them
Monday?
running yesterday. Yeah.
Good. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. And like, let's reiterate, everybody's going to be home alone, going fucking crazy, not being in a kitchen and around people. And this would be a great way to go meet up with service industry and
it's positive.
it's
something-
positive.
yeah,
Exactly.
it's
Get those
something-
endorphins.
yeah.
Get it all taken care of.
Yeah.
Go see some people. So what did you guys do? We all have children. What did you guys tell your kids like when this was happening? Because I tried to not talk about it while it was. I didn't think it was a thing. I didn't think it would turn into what it was happening. So I initially tried to not say anything. And then when I was getting phone calls like, man, you need to go to the grocery store because like things are getting weird and like there's nothing on the shelves. And I was like, and I was with my daughter and we were at a softball game and I was on the way home and I was like, we got to go to the store. And she, she's always, I want this, I want that.
Right.
Let's take her. And I'm like, we're going to go in here and like get what we need and get out of here.
Yeah.
And that was at the time where I kind of felt it was appropriate to be like, I was like, there's a lot of people are getting sick right now and people are getting worried. So let's just make sure we can get some food. And she's only 6.
Yeah.
So that's how that started with her. And I remember she said she had come home from her mother's house and she said, oh, so-and-so is sick, but it's not the coronavirus. Oh, no. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she knows, but she obviously is sick, so she can't wrap her head around what a global pandemic is. What was your guys' experience?
Man, I mean, well, my younger one, Sadie, she kind of the same thing. She's 6 and she's just happy and doesn't really wrap her head around what's going on. Leela's a little older, and just breaking the news to them that we had to shut down the restaurant was pretty rough.
That's what. So they know about the virus.
They do, yeah. They know that spring break is going to happen longer, and they see what's on the news and the
Are
numbers
they
and
like
things.
happy about that? Are they?
No. They love school.
Yeah.
They're their mother's children in that regard. Like
Yeah.
they love education and they love all that stuff. But they know. So me and my wife, we met at Bowie High School in South Austin. So her parents are here. My parents aren't. My father-in-law has Parkinson's in Oak Hill. Huh. And so yesterday, like I went grocery shopping in the morning for them and dropped off groceries at their front door and then left.
Yeah.
Because they're self-quarantining.
God damn.
And because it's a thing that it will...
I hope we don't appear ignorant, meeting together like this for a drink. I mean, I've been safe. I've basically been self-quarantining.
Yeah.
Same.
For the most part. I've just been here, beer runs, that's a thing.
When I'm Purelling, I got the hand sanitizer all the time and stuff. And I have a cough because I have allergies. And it's like, but it's still scary because, I check my temperature twice a day, though.
Okay.
There's
maybe I'm going to start doing that. I told you I'm scared to death because I got asthma.
Yeah.
And I'm not living in fear, but like I do not want to take any kind of risk getting this because it attacks the respiratory system. And I've been dealing with that. No.
Well, to a point. You don't want to live in fear, but you need to have some fear. You need
caution.
to have. Yeah, you need to be aware of what's going on around you, and that's the thing. And the last thing I want to do is to get my wife's parents sick.
Yes,
dropping off groceries.
Well, see, that's how everyone should be thinking. And I didn't mean to breeze over. Like when you were telling your kids, what was their reaction? Like when you tell them we got to close up, what are they saying to you?
No, they're like. Sorry. They feel it too. They're like, sorry, Dad. And I'm like, I'm trying to spin a positive thing. Like, hey, I get to be home now. We're going to spend a lot of time together. It's going to be awesome.
I would, I'd say go with that.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Please.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, really, it's.
I mean, we get like every day. It's
I mean, if you want to read it out loud, you can, if it's appropriate.
just like every people's jobs are just constantly like every other day or every day.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, like things just get taken away. From people that are like, no, we're good, we're secured. You're not.
No.
And
No,
those are the
this
kind of
is-
texts that I'm receiving.
This is like the kind of thing where we were scheduled to do the podcast, and then the next day, it was like a plane crash.
Yeah.
So here's something. This is decent. Roll call. Besides HEB, Costco, Amazon, does anyone know of other places that are hiring? Much love. Who says this? Ian Benjamin.
No.
There you go.
No.
I mean,
HEB,
it's retail,
HEB and
retail
Amazon, and
stores.
yeah.
all those places. I mean, Texas is definitely the state that is drinking the most during these times. So Specs and
Well,
Twin Liquors.
Well, that's what they say. So we've
Yeah.
got Randall's,
Yeah.
Pizza Hut, any pizza place. Pizzeria Grata down the street there, Nathan, he was in here. He brought some pies, which are fucking killer. They will blow Pizza Hut out of the water. Kielbasa sausage. Oh, god damn, it's good stuff coming out of there. Yes, don't close. I love the bacon. Randall's, yes. Round Rock Donuts. You think they would take a
Interesting.
break? Yeah. Spectrum. Specs. And I mean, this is for anybody. My suggestion is, look, we're going to get hit monetarily. It's already happening. But like, I don't think you should go out. I mean, you're becoming very vulnerable when you're out here trying to get these jobs. But at the same time, we do need people on the front line. What's he say?
Don't do that. Don't
do that. Yeah. Don't click on that. Yeah.
Don't click on that.
Do
Okay.
not.
All right. Yeah, Lowe's. There you go. Your fucking career change. Go to Lowe's.
Yeah.
Right? Find nails, and that could be a good thing.
Yeah, my
I'd
wife's in
work for
the
Lowe's.
skincare industry. So
Yeah.
spas and all those
Gone.
things
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah, it's
no one's
all,
going out.
Sir, it's all people who have to care for other people and give a
Correct.
shit about other people. They're like, well, you're done first.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but that's just the circumstances. But goddamn, man, it is.
Well, yeah. Any human interaction job that's personal is gone.
Minus hospitals.
Minus
'Cause that's-
hospitals, yeah.
That's the first thing I
But
read
then
on
doctors
CNN.
are living at the hospital.
Absolutely.
Can't go home.
No.
dude, but
so-
those
Yeah.
doctors, like,
God bless them.
yeah, you and I, we can come home. We can say, hey, we're going to spend all our time with our kids.
Oh, yeah.
And like look at it differently. It is definitely just have to shift your perspective as to what's happening, because it's happening all across the globe. But the doctors and the nurses, I mean, God, that's amazing.
Well, I mean,
I know.
we're going to war.
We're going to war.
Right.
So, I mean, what we need to do to go to war is stay home with our
That's what-
families.
When they say
And
that, they say, I've
what-
seen these
yeah.
messages. We stay at work and we ask you to stay at home. I think that's what
Yeah,
they're saying.
exactly.
And I'm like, oh my God, like I want to fucking like,
Yes.
God,
Thank you to them.
Yeah, thank you.
And
for-
then,
sincerely.
but we need to do our part and stay at home.
Yeah.
Casey for In the Weeds is doing some kind of fundraiser. Casey's Amanda Trust. Get that out of the way there.
Yeah.
It is there a link on here or something? Stay weird, Austin. Stay strong, which is how that's the way to be. Because we are going to get through this. We are going to be strong. I'll try and link this into the description because I don't see any easy way to get to it. But Casey's the man. Hand sanitizer, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. No, I don't know. Okay. No.
I mean, I hear Ecolab still sells hand sanitizer. Everyone else is out, from what I hear. So,
yeah.
Yeah, Ecolab has Enviromaster. Is another one that recently hooked us up. So, making all of these phone calls the past couple of days to kind of halt all things, right?
Halt all.
Including like something like your services that we currently
Yeah.
utilize at every restaurant. But everyone's just like, as soon as they answer the phone, they know what you're calling for.
Yeah.
And these services are canceled, and they're like, "Yep,
yep.
awesome."
I was
Talk to you soon.
canceling my linen service, and they
everything.
were like, "Yep, I know, it's coming."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hey, we're closed." And I mean, my company card, I put a stop on it because I was like, anything that's auto drafted,
Yeah.
Take it off.
done.
Right.
Take it off.
What? Yeah. What do we do?
Right.
What do we do? I mean, like, we're just at a loss of words. I mean, I am.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you guys doing for the rest of today? You're going back to Hideaway?
Yeah, we're finishing up we're just securing everything. I'm like literally chaining freezers closed full of food that hopefully we can recoup once we open back up.
For sure.
I think we closed down Hideaway properly though, because we literally gave everything that we couldn't save. Oh, I mean, we literally we took a case of lime juice, frozen lime juice, orange juice, frozen orange juice, lemon juice, frozen lemon juice. I mean, we turned everything into marinara sauce and soups and froze it all. So, I mean, there were some lettuces that we gave to staff, eggs we gave to staff. I mean, like things like that. We and again, we bought a pallet of water
For staff.
for staff,
Well, good,
and 2 cases of toilet paper. Like, grab what you need and let's go.
Yeah.
So
and from what my understanding, like supermarkets and all these places are being bombarded, but like we're still going to be able to get water and toilet paper. But currently, that's not the
so
case.
I mean, paper towels. I was in CVS yesterday. I was giving my mother and father. I was going shopping for my mother and father-in-law.
Sure.
And my wife told me to get paper towels, and they had paper towels on their list. So I had 2 things of paper towels at CVS off Brody, right there.
Right.
And the guy was like, "I'm sorry, we can only sell you one of these."
Oh.
And I was like, "Well, I'm shopping for 2 households."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Sorry." And I was like, "Okay." So did it, put it in my car, went back in, grabbed a Snickers, and was like, "Hey, give me one of those toilet." And I went in twice.
Yeah.
Right. I just left and came back. And he literally called the manager.
Good Lord.
But I
Paper
had
towels.
I paper towels. I
think it worked.
And it's a 2-pack. It's not a big pack. It's 2 paper towel rolls.
Right.
And I had already paid for it. And like I'm like, "Hey guys, I paid for it. It's mine."
Yeah.
And then I left. And I mean, I'm not being a greedy asshole, like filling up my cart with that. I want
No, but we see
2
this.
paper towels and that. And
I mean, we in Austin, to me, I just referenced driving. That's one, here, you want a positive thing about this pandemic. You could just fucking drive around right now. And I suggest you, self-quarantine, go for a fucking drive. Go to the hill country.
I live in Cedar Park. I drove all the way downtown
You
just
are
now.
kidding
and
me.
like,
I did not know that.
And like going into Cisco's to go check out everything what's going on down there.
Yeah.
I came down 6th Street I went down 6th Street just to go check it out.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't, it's fucking mind-boggling
crazy,
what's going on down there.
No, the only time the driving like this is ever like this is during holidays.
Yeah.
Like if it's,
right.
and I always like working
Christmas
holidays
Day,
because of that.
You're just like, fuck it. I'm going to go for a drive.
But what I was going to say was like, Austinites driving, or everyone here driving, you see how they drive.
Yeah.
Those are the fucking people taking everything off the shelves and hoarding
Yeah.
it. I'm like, it makes perfect sense. It doesn't surprise me.
Right.
I'm like, yes, you cut me off. You stole all the toilet paper too. That's you.
Yeah, that's you.
But people need to just chill out and take a breather, because as far as I know, those are the one places they're going to continue to be. I mean, if anything is going to be plentiful, it's them.
I mean, there's enough food. Like, things aren't shutting down. Farms aren't closing. Like,
We have it so good, even during this.
Yeah, even during this. Yeah.
It's all perspective, man. It really is. Yeah, I don't know. We're going to keep putting these podcasts out. Brian, you might be here more. I did not know you came from Cedar Park, man.
Yeah, every day of my life.
I guess it's not.
It's hilarious too. He does it too. He'll wake up at 4 a.m. and
Make sure
and start driving
anywhere.
Well,
Yeah.
It's outside. So right here where I am, my daughter and I have the ability to just get in the truck and just drive that way.
Right.
And we're good. Like the country or you go that way and it's chaos.
Yeah.
So I like that. So
Same with Cedar Park.
Yeah.
Like,
Cedar
you
Park.
could just head north even more and you're good.
Yeah.
There's nothing out there.
Yeah. I appreciate being kind of away from the,
100%.
yeah. So no. And then now that it's like this, you guys can come back in for these CoronaCast whenever we'd like.
Yeah.
Brian lives 5 minutes away.
less.
Yeah, less than that.
Nice.
But yeah, no, I mean, I've got a friend that was like, I am riding it out in Blanco, and I was like, that's a perfect spot to ride this out in.
We just drove. We
Go
just
there.
drove through Blanco
Yeah,
a couple days ago.
Yeah, great.
Good little meat market over there that Brittany had to stop by and get some ribeyes.
They're still open?
Oh yeah,
Good, good.
cash only.
Yeah.
She's like, I wish I had a couple $100, but I only had 40.
Holy crap. Should we go down this?
Jesus.
Let's go.
Okay. What are you looking forward to most when COVID-19 is done?
How did they get the name 19 too? Where did that come from?
So
is there
here's
19
my
of these
understanding.
motherfuckers?
You understand that COVID, you know why it's called COVID?
No.
So corona virus is disease
Okay.
discovered in 2019. So the Chinese discovered this. Yes. There you go. So here, I've
'Cause it was in November,
contributed some knowledge
No,
to
that's
this
great.
podcast.
That's awesome.
November 2019, yes. And it was called Coronavirus Disease 19 for the year. And, and yeah, they've abbreviated it to COVID-19.
Okay.
So, yeah, there you go. So working and getting a tattoo. Okay, so
Nice.
things you're looking forward to most, right?
Yeah.
Tattoos. I was just going to ask. It was like, we can't do the tattoos because there's no human interaction.
Right.
But that would be kind of cool. You could do self-tattoos and post those online. That would be fucking hilarious. Right? Starting the year off again.
Supporting my family again. Oh.
That's sad. And it's true.
Yeah.
This weight off my chest. Yes, we will get there, Miss Chelsea. What else we got, guys?
Sitting in
Bar
a bar.
drinking.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stop
I see a
drinking.
lot of FaceTiming right now with like 7 or 8 in the
Hey,
group
8 people
all
on a
cheering.
computer and everybody's cheering. And,
Everybody's drinking a bottle of whiskey.
No,
For
100%.
sure. Yeah, I thought we might get some more stuff in here.
Yeah.
Boom for in-home clients to cook for. Sure. Yeah. Lattes and hugs. Hey.
Yeah, right. That's true.
Yeah.
That's
just
simple.
Let
Yeah.
it, those small things, you know what I mean? Grab a latte, give somebody a hug. And that's what I think is going to be on the other side of this, even though I know we're nowhere near that. And yeah, I want to reiterate that when people are like, yeah, when this passes over, it's like, you got to get ready.
Yeah.
Because this it's not going to pass. It's not done blow over and we all go back to work.
Well, but I mean,
Live music, that's a good one.
live music is really good. But when, I don't know.
What?
I mean, one thing that I would really love to see more, and I mean, I don't know if it's, I had no one.
Just say it.
Fucking food bloggers. Come on, man. Get behind your goddamn restaurants that you've been eating off of for free.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, right?
So we've got, I won't
like,
call them up
I
on
haven't,
name.
well, I'm not either, but I got all these food bloggers, like, and I'm like, yo, dude,
Yeah.
throw some support. Now is when you guys need to be posting, hey, this guy's doing to-go food. Hey, this guy's doing this,
That is
Get behind
true.
your fucking people that have been hooking you up for years. And, I'm not going to, I don't want to talk shit, but come on, guys.
Flash tats. I don't know. Yeah. Trailers. Trailers are still going strong.
Trailers are going strong. And because it's all to-go, so it makes sense.
Do you guys know anybody? So Brooklyn Breakfast Shop down the street on
There's
Ditmar?
a place called Cow Bun Wings off South Lamar.
Yeah.
Amazing. Right next to another place called Pueblo Viejo.
Okay.
Amazing.
All right.
On South Lamar.
All right.
Still putting
Still
up
going.
food.
It's in this place called Bolden Akers. So it's this in and out thing, and it works really well.
Nice. Okay. Good. Very nice plug there. Yes. Food trailers are going strong. How is Bolden Acres doing?
Bars closed.
Bars closed.
Bars are closed.
Man, that place is just like the pinnacle of what Austin is.
Right.
And it fucking drives me nuts that this is happening. It really does. I was saying to you that it's like we all love Austin and everything that's going on, especially if we're in the culinary industry. It's a fun place.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it all the time. I have a blast doing the podcast with people. And then when this happened, I was like, it's the same thing. You don't realize how much you love it.
Yeah.
Even though you think you do. You're like, Jesus, man, what is like, and it's gonna take a good minute. But everybody here is just, they want to go to work, they want to take care of their people, they want to tattoo.
Want to take care of their family.
They want, yeah.
That's another thing.
Yeah, and that's something that's why you need to get on and not think only like that, because right now you can't do anything, and that's it's gonna stress you out, which rightfully so. But like, get your mind off of it and listen to a podcast or watch a chef cook something randomly out of a pantry. Mm-hmm. Rock and roll, sex, money, sex is a good one, right?
Well, no. How many
corona-free?
babies are going to be out of this thing?
How many
I mean, I'm telling you,
babies, divorces,
everyone's at home. Everyone's doing their
South
thing.
Austin Beer Garden.
Mm-hmm. South Austin Beer Garden's right there. They do to go, maybe.
Yeah, bring the dog over to the South Austin Beer Garden. Shout out KC, he's over there frequently. Yeah, and good people, man. Good food. They got the barbecue over there.
Yeah, the barbecue's dope.
What's it called? HBQ.
HBQ? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. And these are places. I mean, if you can go and if you can afford it, and it's not too tight. Go to one of these trailers. Those are some of the people that are thriving basically during this. I guess.
Well, it's all to go, so it makes it.
I mean, yeah, Cisco's is still pulling
festivals.
Yeah, they're doing their thing and still doing sales like it would be a normal Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So
yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So and now it's just staffed with the bare minimum in order to give some people some hours, but the community's been super supportive and they're still trucking along.
Good.
Love this guy.
Yeah,
Spoken like a champ.
100%.
It's true, right? Gotta get like a little instant test for Corona for that.
Well, I know, I mean, Todd from Lenore, he's got a whole food thing, but he's doing 40% off bottles of wine too.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is, it's crazy because now we can sell that stuff like to go, done.
Yeah, that's I saw somebody saying that we have the most liquor sales right here in Texas, and I was like, I hope that's not just me. You know, of course we do.
No, that's Texas. So then this was the first thing I noticed was when all this shit started to happen.
Yeah,
was Academy sold out of ammo, and I was like, that was literally the first thing. I was like, Academy sold out of ammo,
dude. I was saying I'm going to build out my Freightliner as like a Mad Max vehicle with like ammo and like put the knives on the outside and just drive through shit.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Paint it like tan, right? Do something great. Every bar is closed. There's a sad reality for people. I was like talking to my buddy and just
there it is right there.
Yeah, naturally, Texas drinking the most alcohol during COVID-19.
That's hilarious.
It's all coming from here. Boom, boom.
Yeah,
boom, boom.
California's a little lighter dark. a little lighter dark. No, look at Hawaii.
Hey, if this is going to happen, at least we're here doing it here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, fuck it. People are lighthearted enough to do this. And can you read that?
Somebody wrote a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, it says, Dave, one of the owners of Pluckers, is keeping his employees working by having their employees personally deliver food. Curbside, takeout as well.
Yeah,
that's
good
awesome,
job, Pluckers.
I liked it. I believe Silverstein with the peach tortilla is doing something similar. He's got to be doing that. And I think it's really wise if you're going to do to go only, get some of those. If you're a cook, right, put them behind have them deliver it.
Yeah, why not?
If Cisco's could do delivery, just do like a 3-mile radius.
Yeah.
Right? Don't go crazy.
And you can do that because you have Toast.
Yeah.
So you can do that through Toast. So,
that.
I mean, you can set your radius and they can do it online. Like I set everything up for Hideaway with one of those binary codes or whatever the hell that thing is.
QR code?
QR code?
QR code.
So
Sure.
you would take a picture of this QR code. It'd bring you to our thing and it'd be pick up delivery. And it would walk you through everything.
I want to say, forget how far away it is. I don't care if it comes cold.
Right?
Just like, forget rid of like a Tuk down the street there.
Right.
I can't. Yeah, you been to Tuk?
The Thai place?
Yeah, the Thai place.
On Manchaca?
I don't know if they're open or not, but that place is
place is amazing.
It's dangerous, man. Go there every day. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah. And anybody just listening, sorry, because we're just scrolling through here, seeing if anybody, again, in the weeds or seasoned. It's an app you can download for service industry folks. But the fact that we're delivering, alcohol, that's
good. That's a game changer.
It's a game changer.
I mean,
it's like let's look at the positive.
I don't want to say thanks Abbott, but yeah, he did something right by watching other people do things right in other cities.
Plastic wrapping margaritas and putting a lid on it and then putting a Cisco's
Sticker on it.
sticker on top.
Yeah.
Best case scenario,
Yep.
we come out on the other end of this and we just still do that. We're
Right.
like, what do you mean?
That would be
Well,
good.
yeah,
We're
this
not
was-
supposed to do this?
Yeah, this. Yeah,
You passed this.
You passed this. You didn't reverse it yet.
It was
Yeah,
for
it's
human
fine.
survival.
Yeah.
We need to continue this.
Yeah, that would be good.
It
well,
would definitely be good.
well, no, and saying pivoting off of what you said, like if we learn that, hey, we're gonna sanitize all our HEBs, and then from 6 a.m. to 9:30, those are senior citizen hours for HEBs, and nobody under 55 can go in HEB.
Sure.
You know, wouldn't that be nice?
It would be.
Because that would pick off of the people that die from the flu.
Yeah.
That would pick off of all the other things, and that would just have our seniors be better. You know?
Yeah, there's definitely things that maybe we can change. You know, like we won't just get back. It's not going to be business as usual. No. Nobody's just going to go, all right, we're done, go.
Nope.
And like everybody just
Yeah,
open
back to normal.
Right.
There's no back to normal.
But these things, like you just,
But,
that's
yeah,
a good,
let's learn.
Let's learn.
Let's evolve.
Let's evolve.
And get back to it. But yeah.
Yeah. And there was a great thread on here for restaurants that were still open, which was demolished when they announced the dining was closed. But I would really like to know who is still doing to go, so we could put that up there for folks.
There's apps and stuff. I mean,
There's a lot of restaurants. I mean, anything on Uber Eats and DoorDash and Grubhub obviously are still open as
and they've
as
all
to-go service.
updated. They've all updated, like, because like Hideaway,
yeah.
the website's not updated. Like
No.
this is like this
Right.
for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like this is all.
We get
happening.
to-go orders all day long, and I'm like, and I mean, I should update the website, but I got way more shit to do than that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
No, absolutely. All right, sorry, this computer is stupid right now. Yeah, but so this is CoronaCast 3, which if you're listening and you've been listening, you kind of get the idea that we're just kind of sit here and go over things, and really with no. It's not formal
Direction. Yeah.
no direction. If we were doing this, let's just put this into perspective. A couple weeks ago, months ago, I don't know, we was going out and about doing a podcast. It's only word of mouth, and you guys are supposed to come in here and tell your stories.
Yeah.
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 Talk about how the Hideaway got up and got going,
Yeah.
and the process, and where you're at, and your culinary career. and
We
where
were
you went to
We were
school.
talking about that a couple of months ago.
I know.
Yeah, we've
been planning on doing it.
Yeah.
Right.
And instead, we're sitting here with a couple drinks, which we would have been doing anyway,
Oh yeah.
but with a completely different. And yes, again, fellas, I really do appreciate it. But the podcast has basically been interrupted, and the funny thing is, there's still a couple in the queue to be released that have already been mixed and recorded.
Really, before all this.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So
do you keep it till after?
So
But,
there's
I
one
mean-
that comes out tomorrow. No, there was one that comes out Monday for Pizzeria Grata, which he ironically was in here the other day. But we don't talk about anything. So it's going to feel weird for people to listen to that. But in a way, and I guess it's a good time to say, if you listen to that, just take a minute to listen and to appreciate where we were. Because those
Yeah.
are basically back in time, all the way. I don't have it in front of me, but I think it's like Pizzeria Grata, Paddy Wagon, who's on Manchac, at the Manchac Spring Saloon. So he just had twins. And
damn.
Yeah, and he had twins, and he's trying to go to that trailer full time. And I feel like incredibly, like, I don't know, I hope he's okay. And then there's, I believe there's someone else, and then there's Joel from Herd, which the funny thing about the Herd episode is we were all talking about Philip. What does he want to do?
Tell Philly we're calling right now.
He's down to do a podcast. Yeah. Going to do Zoom Ben's Friends on Mondays at 11.
Oh, that's smart.
Add a second meeting on Friday.
Put that
Well,
out
here
there,
we
Philly.
go.
I'll actually sit in on that one.
Done, Chef. Or I'll expand. If you're on, is he listening? Is he on there on Instagram Live?
I don't know.
So Chef Philip Spear doing Ben's Friends. I don't know where I was going with everything I was just saying, but interrupted by Chef Phil. Who's the shit, right? We all
Yeah,
love him.
no, he's
Commodore. Who doesn't love Commodore? I mean, Texas, whatever.
Best Texas Monthly Best Restaurant.
There we go. Who's been, I talked to him a couple days ago, and I've been trying to set up his own unique Ben's Friends deal. And he, man, I called him. And I wasn't really talking about that when I called him. I was trying to talk to him about this. I was like, shift, change of directions. We're just going to kind of. And he was running, you know, because he was literally running.
Literally running.
Yeah. And then I knew the Ben's friend started at 11. I was talking to him at like 10:30. He's like running. He's like, I got so much shit on my plate right now. You know, he's like trying to deal with this, you know, like what's going on.
Yeah.
And I was like, wasn't even going to go, I'm not calling about that. But like, I was like, all right, just hit me up when you're ready. And there you go. He's ready. I can't wait to hear from them, man. So we're sitting here enjoying some drinks, you know, but these guys, they don't do that. They rock the sober lifestyle, which is
great.
It's fucking awesome.
I mean,
man.
good for them.
Yeah. Kudos.
No,
Kudos.
Really.
It takes that takes some discipline.
I mean, 100% discipline.
It takes 100%. No, man, they practice that shit every day. I mean, that they do the. So we mentioned the Commodore Run Club. We mentioned the yoga, and then he also does Ben's Friends at 11 a.m. on Monday.
Yeah,
I believe it's. But I don't know if that's all going to continue. But I can't wait to hear from.
I love the
guys.
virtual Ben's Friends. That would be a great option. I mean, I know some cats that I've actually sent over to Ben's Friends that it's helped them so much.
Yeah.
It's really helped them so much. And
sure.
I mean, I'm not there, but they are, and it's literally like they have sent me texts saying thank you for introducing this to my life.
Yeah.
And I mean, what he's doing, that's salt of the earth. That's great. And I'm so proud of what he's done. It's just amazing for that. And then like they flipped it out to Portland too. Like the chef at Pidge is knocking it out. I mean, it's an inspiration. It's an inspiration, and that's a movement. I mean, that's great.
Well, I mean, we're in an industry. I mean, a lot of people can't handle liquor. I mean, it's just a fact. I mean, they get carried away, and it controls them, and that's unfortunate for them. But like this industry is just completely saturated with alcohol and drug addiction, and what these guys are doing is. And I'll link the Ben's Friends in the episode. But we were talking about Herd. We're talking about Ben's Friends. Looks like they're on board. So, and this is all. I love this, man. We're pulling through this because. I was like, fuck, are we going to do the Herd thing? Are we going to do, because I'm calling it a takeover.
Yeah.
Because Ben's Friends, I'm not sitting in here.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I would not be the person to sit in here.
Well, so I had zero idea walking into this room today what Herd was, but I've always been thinking about it. And I've always helped Ham. I've always helped the Sims Foundation, but I've always wondered, why isn't there anything like this for chefs? Because, I mean, I would love to go talk to someone for a little while, you know? And if Herd is the thing that does that, then let's get Herd going. Because that, I mean...
I know Callie's a part of the
Kelly
really?
is a part of it. They were doing it originally out of... This is not what I was looking for here, but...
At Holy Roller.
They were doing it at Holy Roller. They were going to move it to Buzzmill. And actually, so here's another podcast. If you're listening to the podcast regularly, when that releases, because I'm not going to edit it out, we talked about South by. South by didn't happen.
Right.
We talked about how it was at Holy Roller and it was going to be moving to Buzzmill. I don't know if they've done that or if they're still meeting, because it's not suggested to meet in groups larger than 10.
Right.
But so what I appreciate about Joel's is that it's like a broader. It's like when you do Ben's Friends, you know, that's all good what they do, but it's all about sobriety. I mean, there's much more to it than that. But Joel, he's like, if you need to be sober, we'll do that. But if you need to go exercise but you know, you can still drink.
Yeah.
You know, like whatever the case is. If you need
We
to
ended
connect,
our live video.
barely any fucking people.
Looks like a lot to me. I don't know.
No. I don't know why it ended, but the stream ended, but that's okay because this will still go up, and anybody listening it doesn't give a shit about that. But Joel does the mental awareness, just all around.
Yeah.
So, and I think, and
that's what I like too.
Time,
yeah. No. If anytime you need mental clarity and you need to talk to someone, it's now, because you need to work that shit out that's going on in your head.
Look at Philip reaching out to us right now, saying, "Dude, there are these guys who struggle with alcohol, and they're home And that's like, if you're alone, and I kept saying, I joke about it. I'm like, yeah, these are the days. It's like, like being a pirate and having fucking rum just on a beach alone. Yeah, yeah. And then I'm sure some of these guys are like, fuck this. Everything's falling apart before my eyes. I'm going to drown it with some liquor. And that's probably not the answer for them.
Especially in our industry. I mean, we have our tribes. I mean, we have our groups of people that we call our tribe. And I mean, Luis is in my tribe. We've known each other for 5 years now or something. And I mean, we were on this amazingly 2 weeks ago. Me and this guy every single day working out.
A month and a half.
Working out.
Yeah,
Every
man.
single day we'd meet at On It and we'd bang one out and we would sit in the sauna 20 minutes and then we would go the rest of our day. Every day. Positive. I mean, I haven't seen him in a week. We sat down today. Hey, did you work out? No. You? No. And I'm like, dude, I'm down like 6 pounds. And he's like, yeah, it's all stress. It is because I haven't slept in like whatever.
Besides the bourbon, I was going to say you guys should do it today.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm
get back to it, guys.
That's the thing.
Don't let
we
this
can
shit
do,
interrupt us.
and that's the thing.
But I feel like we've both taken an emotional
Yes.
hit the past couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, it's very easy to let that, but that can be like your demise.
Right.
It can get you off the wagon and then.
We'll get you in a different routine than we were on. Because literally, we put ourselves in a brand new routine, which was amazingly positive, amazingly great for us.
Yeah.
And like we would hold each other accountable for it. And that was a thing.
Right.
So, I mean.
Well, stay on it.
Yeah.
And no pun intended. That's right. But we need to get you guys back in here. Random thought. Maybe it's true. Maybe somebody can tell me. I think that might have ended because maybe they can't go over an hour.
Probably.
Yeah,
I think we've been on it for an hour.
We just
hit an hour?
Yeah,
Okay.
we just hit an hour.
Yeah.
So that would probably be the reason but we're like, we're still drinking, god damn it.
Yeah.
No, we could just start another one. But we should do these. I know you're coming from far away, but if you don't mind the drive, and like get out for a drive.
I'm here. I'm always in the area.
Yeah, we can do these whenever. Literally, I'm pretty much putting myself out there like that. We'll do them whenever we want. And then, like Philip was talking about, he's talking about doing that over the phone. I don't think they're coming here.
No, it's great. No, and that's awesome too. I mean, we're neighbors, so I mean, I mean, it's literally. I mean, we should absolutely self quarantine, and people should not leave and stay home.
We can call people. I was telling you
we
that.
can do that. Yeah.
And it would be very interesting to call up some of these folks that we might be talking about, or folks who are trying to do to-go stuff, so they can talk about it.
Yeah.
Fucking get people hungry.
Yeah.
Go
and get it out there. But so everybody's been home for a week now.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, they're gonna get sick.
Yeah, you're gonna get sick of cooking at home, guys. I'm sorry. You're gonna want some to-go food. You're gonna want to go. So let's get that done.
Yes, Kristen's talking about how the live cut off. I don't know why that shit cut off.
It's probably an hour. I mean,
it's all good.
There's got to be a thing.
But you guys, thank you guys for coming in. I know.
Thank you for having us.
I think
man.
it cuts off at an hour. There you go. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing me type that. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like I genuinely do. We're all going to do this. We're going to get through it together, and we're going to come through with a different perspective. And yes, stay strong.
Yeah,
that's
100%.
the thing to do right now. Like as in, you two don't fucking quit that routine.
No, get it. Yeah, every day, got to get it. So yeah.
You know, I got the equipment down there. I do it alone, but I mean, I make.
Well, no, everyone does it alone. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Do it alone. Yeah. Self quarantine, guys. Get it. Get those home gyms. Like I've got my little garage gym.
Yeah.
And my wife's like, "You never fucking use your little garage gym." And oh shit, I probably shouldn't have said that. So she's gonna listen. But I am gonna now. I mean, that's why I did it. So yeah.
I've been looking up where to buy kettlebells at the moment.
I got enough kettlebells for both of us.
I'll play it against sports.
Yeah.
Go to Play It Against Sports. If they're not all gone, they've got shit ton.
Played against boards.
For sure.
Just next to Target off Manchester.
Yeah, you'll find one.
Yeah.
Yes, anybody, obviously, if you want to hear anything, Austin All Day podcast at Gmail. You can send questions, send critiques. whatever the hell you want to do. Instagram, you can DM. All the links for these fellas are on the Instagram, so if you want to hit them up, feel free to. We've got the time to do it, so
100%. No, we've got nothing but time.
And we're doing over the phone stuff. So if there's anybody who wants to join in on the podcast and be a part of this conversation, we will put you on FaceTime and set up a microphone where you will sit there and be talking like you're
Or
here.
Zoom if you don't have FaceTime.
Zoom, but we had some
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on yesterday.
Yeah.
I had to clip out all of the silent parts from Q.
Wow.
Yeah, there was a
Interesting.
Yeah.
No, I mean, my wife's using that for her thing. But you know what's amazing?
Yeah.
Ranch Rider.
Shout out Ranch Rider. Please, thank you guys so much. I feel like they've been left behind while we've been doing these CoronaCasts. But yes, sponsored by Ranch Rider. Love you guys to death. I got to call George today. I was thinking about him while I was fucking working out. I was like, I got to see what he's doing.
Yeah.
George is literally canning him up with another guy out there.
Yeah.
So
It's a small
good
business,
people.
local small business guys.
Dude, those guys. Yeah. But we're gonna do this, and I'm sure everybody will watch out for each other after the storm clears. But we don't know when that is.
We don't.
Yeah. So day by day, CoronaCast, episode 3. All right.
Done.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.